Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another video on AMTV Who, and it's finally happened. We have had a brand new trailer for the 60th anniversary special. So excited. I know that so many people were hyped up for this. There were cryptic clues, binary codes and all this, but on Saturday the 23rd of September, just after 6, we got a brand new full 2-minute trailer look at the 60th anniversary specials and what is to come, and we're going to be breaking that down right here in this video. But before we do, if you're new here to AMTV Who, hello, please do like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Doctor Who goodness. We have other channels as well on the AMTV network, which you will find in our featured channels over on the main page. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to say about this trailer is I like how it starts by sort of giving us a bit of what we've already seen, if that makes sense. So, you know, you get the view of London, you get Donna talking about the feeling that she's lost something, but she's not quite sure what. And then we get a little recap, which I think is great for casual audiences who are maybe looking to come back to Doctor Who later this year. We get a little recap of what happened to the Doctor and Donna before, back in 2008, when he had to wipe her memory to save her life, as it were. And again, we reiterate this point that if she remembers, then she will die, basically. But that is all going to be circumvented, it seems, because there's a lot of Dr. Donna action in this trailer, which I'm going to save a little bit later in the video. I want to break down other points first. One of the things we get a little bit more of to see is Beat the Meep. That's right, this little furry creature thing here, who they're definitely going to make lots of toys of and sell, is featured, presumably in the first special, the Star Beast, because for anyone who still may not know, Beep the Meep was a character that appeared all the way back in like the early 1980s as part of a comic strip in Doctor Who magazine, what was then Doctor Who Weekly and so on. So, I mean, I admire the gall of Russell T Davies being like, yeah, I'm going to adapt the Star Beast into a modern day 2023 production. Why not? Why shouldn't I? And to be fair, why shouldn't he? So we do have Beat the Meep featuring. It's going to be voiced by Miriam Margolyes, which I think is a brilliant bit of casting. That is just such a perfect fit. I love Miriam's chaotic energy she gives off anyway, and I think bringing that to a character that is well known for going Meep Meep will be fantastic. We get a Meep Meep in the trailer. People wondered if that had actually happened. We know that she says other stuff as well. We get that clip again where we have Rose, Donna's daughter, saying, what are they? And Beat the Meat goes, monsters. So we get that again. I like the mix of elements where, because I know a lot of people thought if the trailer was just stuff we'd already seen, but like slightly longer, they'd be a bit gutted about that. I'm actually kind of glad that it wasn't all new stuff. I like the fact we're blending in stuff we've seen, adding them in a way that doesn't feel hollow. That feels like there was a lot of weight to this trailer as a whole. So glad we see a bit more of Beat the Meat. We get Kate Stewart and UNIT coming back. Now, we knew Kate and UNIT were returning. I can't remember if when that was announced, if that was for the 60th anniversary specials or if that was for Ncuti Gatwa's first series as the Doctor that's coming. But, you know, we all like a bit of Kate Stewart. We definitely like a bit of UNIT. And I just want to say now that this is official, that she is back for the 60th, UNIT's presence and a Lethbridge Stewart's presence, whether that's the Brigadier or Kate, that has been so integral to so many Doctor Who anniversaries. You had the Brigadier for the 10th anniversary and the 20th anniversary, where UNIT both featured. And then in the 50th anniversary, you had UNIT and Kate Stewart. And now in the 60th, you have UNIT and Kate Stewart, which I think is really, really great. Nice bit of consistency there. I always love a bit of UNIT to feature in here. I genuinely like Gemma Redgrave as Kate Stewart. I know people have different opinions on that, but I think she's wonderful. I think she's been a great ambassador as well for the programme over the last 10 years, and it's just honestly fab to see this character back. I can't wait to see what role they play, and more frankly, how they interact with the 14th Doctor, because the 10th Doctor himself interacted with UNIT a couple of times, and of course he was always going to help them out, but he had that thing of decrying soldiers and all this sort of stuff, so it'll be really interesting to see the 14 UNIT dynamic, considering this is, we have to remember, this is a completely different incarnation. I'm sure there'll be some similarities to the 10th Doctor, but already from this trailer, just to divert a second, this Doctor feels a lot more like there's a lot more weight to him. Not that the 10th Doctor didn't have weight, but you can tell, and I think because it's been 15 years on, David Tennant's a bit older himself, he's experienced life a bit more. I genuinely think the emotional scenes in this are going to be really heavy, and I'll touch more on that just a little bit later. Then we seemingly come to what is the main threat of these specials, which of course is Neil Patrick Harris, who is playing the Toymaker. And yes, it's finally been confirmed. Right from that first teaser clip, when we first saw him, people instantly were like, it's the Celestial Toymaker, it's the Toymaker, it has to be, blah, 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 blah. And we've had these little teasers, these little cryptic hints as to who Neil Patrick Harris might be playing, but the BBC themselves officially announced it in like their latest press release for the trailer. They said that he is playing the Toymaker. They've dropped the Celestial, which is interesting, but he is the Toymaker, and it says it is the same character as it says it last appeared in 1966. And the Celestial Toymaker, which again, as it says, was a story from 1966 all the way back in William Hartnell's time, the first Doctor. That is such a unique story. We sadly only have the final episode that survives to go off, but even from that, for 1966 to try and go for that really surreal, almost like dreamlike feeling that of the Toymaker's landscape, such a fascinating concept. And I've heard the audio soundtracks that survive, but I mean, fans live in hope that one day we will find the Celestial Toymaker. I'd like to think that's high on fans' lists of what we'd like to see, because the premise is so interesting. This concept of an all-powerful being who essentially is eternal, who can manipulate things like this and can have such a hold on the Doctor. The Toymaker was meant to return back in 1986 during Colin Baker's time as the Sixth Doctor. That was in a story called The Nightmare Fair, but that was embroiled in the whole hiatus debacle that was going on at the time, so ultimately it was never made. If you do want to engage with that story, though, there's a few ways. The Target Novels released a version of it at the end of the 80s, and then Big Finish adapted it as an audio drama, so you can definitely check those out. And that sort of expands the Toymaker story a bit more, and of course he's featured in countless expanded media. He's appeared in the comics, he's appeared in spin-off novels, so there's a lot of Toymaker stuff out there. But on TV, this will be the first time in, what will that be, 57 years, mind you, 57 years, that the Toymaker is coming back to our screens. And the bits we get of MPH here are really cool. You really get a sense in this trailer of this manipulative power, who seemingly has a lot of power, like a ton of it. The fact that my favorite shot of him is that shot where he's the puppet master pulling the strings, and it cuts from a shot of the Doctor looking up, and we see MPH in the sky pulling the strings. Now, this can hold so many connotations, and I can see that this has lit the Doctor Who community on fire already with what this could mean. You know, is he manipulating the Doctor's life? Could he be responsible for this incarnation's resemblance to the 10th Doctor? Could he be manipulating events around the Doctor, whether that be the companions or UNIT, or particularly Donna, you know, this whole idea of destiny that's touched upon in the trailer? Massive implications from the Toymaker there, and I think if the Toymaker is involved, we're definitely going to get some dreamlike, trippy scenes for sure. What they probably wanted to do but couldn't necessarily do back in 1966 is more than possible now in 2023. So I think we're going to get some really interesting, really cool dreamlike sequences with the Toymaker, so really excited to see that. We don't know as of yet either whether the Toymaker is just in one or in all three of these specials. So we've got the Star Beast, Wild Blue Yonder, and the Giggle. I saw a lot of people when the titles were announced that they thought possibly that the Giggle would feature the Toymaker. I'm now thinking from this trailer, which I'm assuming covers all three specials, is showing you bits from all of it. I'm assuming the Toymaker is going to be involved throughout it. Maybe not so much in the Star Beast and Wild Blue Yonder, but definitely in the Giggle. Maybe, all to be seen. And now I want to touch on the emotional stuff, because again, even from this trailer, I think we're going to get stuff that packs quite a punch. I mean, you have the whole thing of the Doctor and Donna reuniting anyway, seemingly. I mean, there's that scene where she says the TARDIS was so afraid it ran away, implying that she does have her memories back of the Doctor. That's, you know, that's confirmed and she's okay. So naturally with that, you think, well, there's going to be some emotion there. Like, what's her reaction going to be like when those memories are unlocked? You know, the happiness, the joy, that feeling of what she lost has come back, maybe. But then it's that line from David Tennant, and he's got a few bits in this. There's a moment where he screams, "Why does it have to be this?" He's banging against the wall. He's shouting at the Toymaker that your fight is with me. And then we get the kicker where he says to Donna point blank, "I don't know if I'll be able to save your life this time." And that, watching that trailer, that was like a big punch, because there's been huge speculation over the last year as to whether Donna is going to survive these specials, if they're going to fully write the character out, whether she'll die, or, you know, I'd like to think it won't be a simple case of, oh, we'll just erase her memory again. I think they know that might be a little bit of a cop-out. So whether Donna's going to die or something else is going to happen, we don't know. But when these two are involved, the relationship that Catherine Tate, David Tennant have with these characters together, you know, there's a reason why even now, 15 years on from their season, they are still viewed as like one of the best Doctor-companion relationships of all time, not just in modern Who, you know, across all Who. So there's a lot of people who connect with these characters, and I think a lot of casual viewers are going to come back for these specials to witness what happens to these characters, absolutely. So, yeah, I think we're going to get a few emotional gut punches in this, and I'll have the box of Kleenex ready, but I don't know if we are all going to be ready for this. Let's put it that way. I wonder where Ruth Madeley's character falls into this. We've seen her in a few promotional shots. We see her in this teaser. It seems she's the one the Doctor's talking to, reminding the audience about Donna and what he had to do to her to like erase her memory. So maybe it's implied that Ruth's character can somehow bring Donna's memories back and make her safe. I did notice she's in the background shot of when the Doctor's shouting at the Toymaker, "Your fighters with me," on top of the Unit HQ building. She's right there in the background, so I think Ruth's character is going to play a considerable part in this trilogy, or maybe she'll pop up in bits and pieces throughout the episodes. I like Ruth Madeley anyway, lovely actor, and also is Hebe, a companion herself, in the Big Finish range with Colin Baker's Sixth Doctor, so honestly, those 4 box sets are a fantastic story, and so definitely check those out. Big plug, big plug. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention at the end we get a lovely shot of Ncuti Gatwa opening his eyes as the 15th Doctor. Now, maybe this is implying this is the first few moments of this Doctor. We do not yet know. And again, well, it's heavily implied now that Ncuti is going to feature in these specials more than just, appearing at the very end of the third one in a regeneration scene. Because, they teased him in the initial trailer. They're teasing him here. It's leading me to think that maybe he's going to have more of a feature in these specials than we perhaps first thought. But again, that's all to play for, but I do love that we are getting to see a glimpse of him. A glimpse! But we're all so excited to see Ncuti. I honestly can't wait for him to start and for his series to begin, so good stuff. Overall, I think this was a fantastic trailer. Again, showing you bits, reminding you what you've already seen, expanding on them greatly. Like, you get more Beat the Meep, you get Kate Stewart, you get UNIT, you get Neil Patrick Harris as the Toymaker, you get Donna's family. I even forgot to mention that. Like, Sylvia's back. You've got Donna's husband as well, her daughter, see what role they play. Still no mention of Bernard Cribbins. We saw Bernard Cribbins in a few set photos before he sadly passed away last year, so it's still not entirely confirmed whether he's going to be in these specials. It'd be lovely if that was like the last project he was involved with, but by the same token, if he's not in them, that's absolutely fine. He's contributed so much to Doctor Who anyway over the years. Like, we all love Bernard Cribbins anyway, so may he rest peacefully. But there is so much to delve into with this trailer. I think I've scratched like the base surface, otherwise this video would go on forever. There's so much talk on social media amongst Who communities about this trailer, and it's just made us all more excited. The only thing we didn't get was a transmission date. Now, I know they've said November, they've locked in that window, but we don't know, does that mean, are you saying that for the all 3 specials, or are they going like 3 days, one after the other, or are they going across 3 weeks in November? I recently appeared on the Type 40 podcast, which you should definitely go and check out. They do great stuff. And they asked me what my thoughts were for the transmission period. And the actual anniversary this year, the 23rd of November, falls on a Thursday. So thinking if they want to go for Saturday as the traditional slot, that would be the 25th, I thought they might go the 25th of November to start with, then the 2nd and 9th of December. Why into December? Well, we know we're getting a Christmas special with Ncuti, so if you finish on the 9th, that's only just over 2 weeks till a Christmas special. Keeps everything fresh in the audience's mind. But I have no definitive information on that. It could easily be in November, it could be the 3 consecutive days, as people have said. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But those are my thoughts on this trailer. Let me know what you think. Let me know down in the comments below. Did you enjoy this trailer? Did you get everything you wanted out of it? Was there something missing for you? Did you want to see a certain thing? Did you want to see a certain thing confirmed or feature? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. It really helps out the channel. And subscribe as well to AMTV Who. We'd love to have you on board here with us. In the meantime, I've been Adam Martin from AMTV Who, and I'll see you next time for another trip in the TARDIS.